Okay, that's the game. Now, I will encourage you guys to stay for moments. Sorry about all those noises. I will encourage you to stay, not because, oh, herder, I need the attention, but because there's another cutscene after this, and well, I figured you guys would want to... Shut the fuck up, chair! You'd want to hear my inputs on it. Firstly, I actually wasn't expecting that finishing blow to actually end it, because usually what it'll do is there'll be another few times where Ganondorf will be on the ground, you do the final blow, and then he'll dodge it, and then the third time is when it's actually supposed to work. So had I have known that was on, I actually would have put on the iron boots and jumped on him wearing the iron boots, but I didn't actually expect it to do that, so that ended differently. But overall thoughts on the project, I liked it. I just hate how long it is, because this means a lot. Like, I don't mean to make it sound this way, I really don't, but if I've learned from past experiences that uploading for long periods of time is bad for me, like Sunshine, Spider-Man, and Goemon made me ultimately want to quit. But I'm hoping that it won't. I'm hoping I'll want to make more content, is what I'm saying, I guess. Because this is, it was 72 at the end of the Cave of Ordeals, which means this is 80 at most. I don't think we're that far in. I think we're probably maybe an hour 15. I'm not going to lean forward and check because I don't want the chair to make noises. So, plus that'd be 5 extra, so 77 around there. Which I think is, it's easily the longest project I've ever done. It passed Majora, finally something passed Majora. It only took years. But let's be fair, it's been years since I've touched a Zelda game in general. Future Zelda games, Skyward Sword's gonna be probably the one I do next, because I actually know how to go through all of Skyward Sword. I don't know how to go through everything in Wind Waker. Again, I can give you the option. If you prefer I do Wind Waker but not do it 100%, I can do Wind Waker. There's just, when I actually beat the game, I only had 11 hearts. And I think there's only 4 dungeons in the game that give you heart containers. So that's, only 4, that's 16 heart pieces that I got out of the possible other 50. So, I'm not as familiar with Wind Waker. It's a game that I'd like to probably do, but I'm gonna kind of leave it up to you guys, if you feel when or not I should. I'll keep into consideration, but Skyward Sword I'm set for. If you want Wind Waker 100%, you're probably going to be waiting another 5 years. If you want Skyward Sword, it'll probably just be maybe a year. If you want Wind Waker just regular playthrough, maybe just a year. Because I want to try and let these series breathe. Speaking of, there is a new franchise that I want to try and make come after this. It's not cutscene time, is it? Okay, good. I don't want to have to leave for it. I do have plans for the next project already. It's going to be a shorter one, 20 parts max. It's a brand new series. It's one that a lot of people have been requesting, but not the exact game they've been requesting. And yes, I do have plans to get to that eventual game later anyway. I just don't own a copy yet. And it's going to take a lot for me to learn the entire game and have it ready for an LP. So, your prayers are being heard. I'm trying to work with you guys on this. After that, there's another franchise. I'm thinking it's going to be another long game, which is kind of what's holding me back. But I also know what I want to do pretty soon as well. It's going to be the return of another franchise I haven't touched in about a year or 2. That's kind of been guilt-tripping me. I'll explain it when I actually do record it. But no, I've got a little bit of negative feelings towards how I've done things. So, you might be able to figure it out. There's only one project on my channel that really fills me with that much woe. In that way. Some of the earlier ones I just don't care for. I can't even watch anything that I recorded that didn't use the headset. I can't watch Majora Rock or anything. That's a question. Okay, that's a question, because that was something I wanted to know. If I were to redo some of the earlier projects, I did, but add a new rule to them. Like, what if I did a 3-heart run of Ocarina of Time just so I could, tell the story in a better quality, but have the condition of 3 hearts to make it more interesting to watch? Would you guys want that? The other game I was thinking on doing was Banjo-Kazooie, but do it as a speedrun. No dialogue, just play through the game. It'll be 4 hours maximum. And I figured to make that a little bit more interesting, have co-commentary with me. That was the plan. So the entire project would be a co-commentary of just me speedrunning the game. It'd be like 16 parts. I just go through it as fast as I can. So those are the 2 options that I do kind of want feedback on. If I don't hear any feedback, I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want. And if you complain, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do because you had your chance. Like, I actually am kind of putting some decisions in your guys' hands because it's like, I want to know if there'd be any interest in this or if I should not do this. But if there's no words being spoken, then I'm gonna make my own decision whether I feel it's right or not. So, yeah. The thing about Banjo-Kazooie that kind of bothers me is, like, we already did Tooie, and that's a nice quality one that I'm proud of. So it feels a little bit awkward going back to Kazooie, but yeah. Also, during these credits, from my understanding, there's references to Majora and, like, hidden storylines going on between here. But here's the cutscene. Well, I guess this is farewell, huh? Light and shadow can't mix, as we all know. But never forget there's another world bound to this one. Shadows and light are 2 sides of the same coin. One can't exist without the other. I know now the reason the goddess left the Mirror of Twilight in this world. They left it because it was their design that we should meet. Yes, that's what I believe. Zelda, your words are kind, and your heart is true. If all of Hyrule was like you, then maybe you'll do alright. Thank you. Well, the princess spoke truly. As long as that mirror's around, we could meet again. I could have swore that was at the very, very end. But yeah, because I'm not sure how much credits are left. Let me know your thoughts on Banjo-V, Ocarina of Time's possible redoings. Well, you know what? Those other 2 comments have to be held. I guess let me know what you thought of this. I like this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Oh yeah, Wind Waker or Skyward Sword, that's another thing I'd like to know. Which is preferred, and then how it's preferred to be done. Because Skyward Sword, I have no problem getting that 100%. I could just play that like a second time and then have it down. It's not a problem. Wind Waker's the problem, so it's either casual 100% and wait, or go with Skyward Sword. Those are the things I want you guys to tell me about. Other words, I'll probably see you in maybe, I don't know how long I'll be gone, because I've been trying to ease myself, because another thing I'm worried about is like, oh, what if I don't have enough games, which is kind of why it bothers me that I want to redo Banjo and Ocarina of Time, is because I don't feel like I've done enough. I've done, honestly, like 30-something LPs, almost 40, I'm pretty sure. Like, my time on here has been spent pretty damn well, and I've done a huge amount of games. And I'm trying my best to, like, find games that I feel are worth sharing with you guys, but I only have so much. So that's why I've actually been trying to take longer breaks, is so I can make it last longer. You know what I mean? Which is another reason why I'm not a fan of doing multiple LPs at a time as well. So I want to try and give myself either 3 weeks or maybe a month or something. I'll see you with the next project, and it'll be a short one, and then maybe 2 weeks off or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It also kind of helps that I have a busy life too, so yeah. I asked for your guys' input. The other thing, I guess, was the fact that there is supposed to be like subtle hints at like what Link does with his life after the game's over and all that, which is kind of nice. There's theories sparking that. It's okay, like, if you want to look them up, you can, but I don't find any of them interesting enough to remember, so I guess that should kind of say something. I want to say this scene was of some significance, I just don't remember what. I'm dying now. And yeah, I am trying to keep some of my projects secret, because I don't know, I like the idea of just being unpredictable and spontaneous, I guess. Because I don't want to be like, oh, well, next we're gonna do Pokemon Red, and then I'm gonna do, what's another game? James Bond. Like, because then it just feels like, oh, well, in that case, I'm just gonna come back in a few months. Like, I could surprise you. That is actually another franchise, though, that I do. I kind of, like, I want to get myself to redo Nightfire. I really do. Because it's been God knows how long, but I just can't bring myself to do it, because like I just don't get that same sense of enjoyment as I should out of it, and that's what's bothering me about Nightfire. Is it's like, that's a game that I need to get eventually. Is this the actual end screen? I need to get it. It's on my list, and then after that there's more James Bond stuff I want to do, so I am conscious of that. Well, that says the end. It's actually been so long since I've actually seen the credits that I actually forgot what it looked like. I still have Majora and Ocarina of Time's end screen etched in my brain. This one I don't. I might now, though. Okay, so hopefully you guys remember what I asked of you. I'll see you with the next project. I'll see you in X amount of time. Thanks for watching. Bye.